Hi everyone, STF Field Manager Jake Henry here, and today I just wanted to do a quick video talking about trees and shade. There are so many benefits to trees in our urban areas, and it's hard to cover them all in one video, so I thought I would just focus on shade today. Now, I myself am not a Savannah native, so I really appreciate the shade down here in the summers, especially when it gets so hot. But right now, the air temperature is only about 80 degrees. We're sort of in late April right now, so we're gonna take the temperature of some areas around here just to see how much of a direct effect the shade from these trees provides. So I've got a handy dandy little temperature reader here. And so here in the sort of dirt and grass, we are at about 80 to 81 degrees. So pretty close to air temperature here on the dirt and grass in the shade below these trees. And let's look at the shade in the street over here on the asphalt. So we are at about 100 degrees. So there's almost a 20-degree difference just between the dirt and the asphalt, and that's still in the shade. So it's a pretty big difference. So now let's look at the sun. So here in the dirt, we've got about 130 degrees, so pretty hot over there, and about 140 here on the asphalt, so a 10-degree difference there. So, you know, we've talked before about urban heat islands, radiant heat, and how hard this can be on trees. So there's really kind of a give and take here with trees and shade. We get a lot out of it, makes us a lot more comfortable. It actually reduces urban infrastructure maintenance. Roads don't have to be resurfaced as frequently if they are shaded by trees. But there's also a flip side. You know, this also helps the trees out. They're not receiving as much radiant heat if they're kind of shading it and keeping it cooler. But in both cases, whether we're in the shade or the sun, the grass and dirt was a lot cooler than the asphalt and concrete. So we talk a lot about urban heat islands, the urban heat island effect. It's really important to have these green spaces, these natural spaces that aren't paved, because even in the pure sun, they're still 10 degrees cooler than the concrete and asphalt. And then the shade on top of that drops it, another 30 to 40 degrees, even more in some instances. So it really has a big impact on our urban spaces, and certainly just makes everything more comfortable in the summers down here when it's even hotter. As I said, it's only about 80 degrees air temperature, but that asphalt was over 130 degrees in some places. So that radiant heat is really extreme in these urban areas. So I just wanted to touch on that today, and if anyone has any other topics they'd like to hear about in particular with our trees and urban spaces, feel free to reach out, but we'll be making plenty more of these videos in the future. All right, take care everyone.